they have this Shadow Fin Troll. It's kind of their classic lineup. They're all comfortable with their heroes, but I'm a bit afraid of what Team Secret has. Arc Warden, Sven, they can also play really fast, and if they get the momentum, I feel like this is all in Team Secret.
Yeah, I mean, one of my biggest problems with this draft right now is that the Nyx Assassin has kind of changed from a scouting hero to this hero which kind of needs to be setting up kills with Vendetta. Because Vendetta doesn't have the same amount of time on it, so we've seen him mostly paired up with like the Spectre, with the Zeus, with the Nature's Prophet. They don't have any of that on their team, so it's basically going to be only the Nyx Assassin setting in for the kills. So Lacoste, would you like to cue us in, please?
I'm going to throw it to two of my casters, Garrett and my boy Nomad. Take it away, gentlemen.
Bless.
Thank you, Lacoste. That was beautiful. Alrighty, let's get into this game number 1 of this best-of-2 series between Team Secret and Gambit Esports. Starting things off, there's going to be a ton of voice lines.
Of course. Wouldn't have it any other way. So in this game, I think in particular, the blink timing, going to be incredibly important. As we do start to see how they all set up their lanes. FNG over on the Shadow Demon, a couple of mangoes in fact, so not the full poverty build to the SD, going for a couple of little nice pickups for himself.
Yeah, Immersion Remar being scouted out by Yapzor here, threatening forwards. If he can grab that toss, could shove them into a bit of difficulty. Yapzor Tiny, by the way, that's pretty hype. I'm ready to see this Tiny a different position. Immersion coming around, they're really kind of playing cat and mouse right now. Puppy with the right clicks. I don't think there's going to be any action down here in the bottom lane, honestly. They're just taking each other up for size.
Don't mind me, just restarting my game.
Oh, okay.
I had the perspective glitch.
Oh.
One of the players' curses flying over my screen.
Well, it is going to be Zion Puppy grabbing up 2 of the bounty runes, Dahak grabbing 1, but Secret will be able to actually take another one here as Gambit try to go for the aggressive plays and fail. Meanwhile, Puppy just getting in some right clicks. He is poisoned up himself, so going to be taking a wee tick of damage very shortly. And look at them coming in. They are using everything they've got to just nuke down this creep wave. It is not going to last 2 seconds, though. Stun comes in. He's going for the denies. Nisha might get 1, might get 2. Grabs himself 1, and the poison will take off the other 2. Meanwhile, Yapzor chasing down FNG, but Immersion's the one with the Iron Shell on them, so they've got to be a little bit careful here. Yep, FNG in the tree. Stun comes out from the Lion, the Avalanche as well, but it's not enough damage to bring down FNG. Now, Yapzor very poisoned up as the Impale comes in, and pooh! Yapzor's dead.
There's playing fast and there's Gambit. What is going on? Triple hero down bottom, trailing around your Darkseer, cutting wave at level 1, finding first blood. Sure enough, Secret will be glad to have this Sven being able to farm reasonably well under tower and dragging waves around, but they have created a new lane for themselves. This is no longer the 3-lane Dota 2. We've got a 4th lane being created by Gambit as they just keep pressuring inside this jungle area.
He's just bringing the creeps over. They want to have a proper lane as life is getting low and he is going to pop. Down goes the Darkseer. So Secret returning in kind with that kill as looks like FNG is heading towards this middle lane. Suiciding?
Looks like it.
Huh. With full mana and a clarity going on himself.
Where does he want to go? Just want to go top, I guess, without wasting his TP. Oh, he's actually going to TP top. Interesting.
TP top, but he just wanted his health back, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. I ain't judging.
I'm going to call that efficiency because I believe in FNG.
That's fair enough. Immersion being slowly chased by Yapzor.
Zai has 3 stacks of poison on him top. This is going to be a 4th one. FNG's going to pop Zai. It's a solo kill. Shadow Demon, oh, there's the 5th. Pops the stick. One more hit will do the trick. Down he goes. FNG God.
Yeah, well, proving us why he TP'd back to base. I'm going to TP back to base. I'm going to kill Zai. And everyone's like, well, are you? Damn right I am. Everyone healing himself up. Getting them healies.
Afterlife now back in the jungle, trying to crack level 3, get a little closer to that bottle or soul ring. As that Darkseer, well, down bottom, they do catch with a couple of stuns. Good play by Nisha. Not clocking onto the carapace, body blocking there with the Avalanche from Tiny, securing up yet another kill for Secret. This bottom lane, they have really nicely swung things back around from that early aggression.
Yeah, Team Secret finding a bunch of kills in this bottom lane, and that's not what the Darkseer wants. The Darkseer wants to either be cutting waves, or he wants to be dominating whoever he's in lane with, and right now he's doing neither. Zai up in the top lane, just trying to play a little bit more carefully as this Pangolier.
He knows this poison really does have to be respected. Even with Stick and Swashbuckle, he can't create enough of a gap between himself and the Shadow Demon. And FNG here is going to try and show why. Zai juking as best he can, cutting trees on his way through, but he's just going to have to Swashbuckle south at this point. How many stacks now? 4 up with the help of the disruption. 5 stacks coming. Zai's dead again.
5.
Stick popped. Oh.
5.
He's going to get one more. He will get the 6th stack, and that's him gone. Just finish him off.
I love the little fist bump he does as he gets a kill.
Oh.
It's a cute animation.
Afonin didn't quite have enough mana for that second raise, yeah. He's been toying with mid one quite a bit. You can see in the CS, he does have this 2-wave advantage over the Arc Warden of mid one. Afonin, unfortunately, no mangoes on him or anything like that to pop out the final raise.
Yeah, I don't think it's an amazing matchup for mid one, but once he gets some levels online, he should be doing a bit better.
Looks like he's spamming Wraith Bands on the Arc Warden as well to keep up with the damage ramp that Shadow Mastery, Necro Mastery brings you on the Shadow Fiend.
Absolutely. All right, so currently 3-3 in, coming up on the Bounty Runes timing. We'll see how those ones drop. But right now, things looking okay for Team Secret. Not in the dream scenario right now. I mean, Sven's doing all right, but Pangolier is getting nothing and has died twice. And Arc Warden is not winning mid.
Yeah, at least 2 out of 3 lanes here going exceptionally well for Gambit. Afterlife does have his Soul Ring on the Courier, and he has queued up that Helm of the Dominator just to keep that tempo going. As Immersion with the Iron Shell, sitting Invis down bottom lane, tickling away at the Sven, misses his stun. Threads the needle pretty much in between Puppey and Nisha, and they turn, they fight. A couple of quick stuns come out of them. Immersion tanky enough though with Stout Shield and that base regen, 5.7, not too bothered.
Yeah, not really happening now. The Absol going looking for some Bounty Runes, tossing Immersion back into those heroes again, missing the Impales, and he will die for that. I mean, if you miss 2 Impales in a row like that, then I think you deserve to die, unfortunately.
And both the position 5s pretty much, both the captains take the Bounty Runes. Puppey double bottom, FNG managed to zone out Zai up top. So no Bounty Runes there for the Pango, who isn't going straight into bottle, which sometimes we do see on the Pangolier off lane. Instead, the Javelin being rushed straight out by Zai as they make a move mid. Yapsaw, Avalanche, tossed back. Afonin turns with the raises. Doesn't seem perturbed by that maneuver at all.
Nah, he's chill. He's chill. It takes a lot more than that to break his nerves.
And break his raindrops as well.
Yeah.
Double Wraithband raindrops, he's pretty tanky against that magic damage.
Well, the stun comes out in the bottom lane. This time it is on to Afterlife, but he can just run himself away. Again, you know, there's no real kill threat on the side of Team Secret down here at bottom, but they do just pressure them out of lane. And if they're on low HP, then there is certainly a kill threat, as we've seen before. Another banishment in the middle lane. Alpho, he's set up for the raises, but mid one just goes straight up for a TP, but the third raise will come in. That's pretty catastrophic because mid one now doesn't have a TP and will have to walk back to the middle lane. A fantastic play from Gambit there. No hesitation to just step back, keep it cool, and get that third raise off before the TP completes.
Immediately, Yapso's tiny is like, yo, my mid laner died. I'm in mid. Experience, gold for me, give me some creeps. That's it, Shadowfiend, push the wave into the tiny.
Got some axes thrown at Zai. He's having a miserable time here up at the top lane. FNG and Dahak have not been kind hosts to him. 0 out of 10 on Travel Advisor.
And this is that tempo. This is the speed at which Gambit like to play. They've got up in the faces of Secret. Every lane is uncomfortable at the very least. Now, you may see the CS of Sven 38-3, but Nisha hasn't been happy about this. He's had to absolutely break a sweat trying to get every single one of those creep kills.
Yeah, Dahak
top.
had a wonderful time meanwhile. They're going forwards here, but it's actually FNG the one who's in trouble. 3 Secret heroes rotating in upon the Shadow Demon, and one toss, one more right click. He actually gets over to the neutral creeps. FNG, did you see? He used the poison to drag them over to make sure that he could deny himself to them.
You asked me what their biggest weapon was. I said FNG, and you can see it. Man, you can see it.
Yeah, absolutely. He is schooling people in this laning phase. Schooling Secret in this laning phase. I mean,
it is 4-4 with a 1k lead, but it's definitely a morale booster here for Gambit, the way things are going.
Yeah. And don't forget, I mean, this is now a neutral creep death. There was a suicide from the Shadow Demon as well. So not quite as even as it feels in the kills, but yeah.
I was going to make a joke about, you talked about FNG's warding being superb, and I was going to say, well, his boots buying isn't, because he never has boots in these games. It's like 20 minutes in and he's got no bloody boots. This game he has arcanes 7 minutes in. Already incredibly wealthy on the Shadow Demon. They're making a play on... No, never mind. Zai does swashbuckle away from danger. He's all good.
Yeah, he's actually managed to pick up that Javelin. Just cheaping out and getting that 1,100 gold item into his inventory.
3 heroes lurking mid for Secret. They want to defend mid one's honor. Looks like Shadow Fiend's just trying to clear out jungle, giving Nyx Assassin a little bit of breathing room mid lane to try and get a little closer to that level 6, which we're seeing a lot more of nowadays. Even with the double tomes, we're still seeing, oh, jump in, a toss onto Puppey, catching out the Nyx Assassin. They've got the chain stuns and the damage.
Blink Dagger overrated. Who needs a Blink Dagger when you've got a Tiny?
Well, yeah, even with these double tomes, we're seeing a lot of these teams, and I think Vici Gaming, a key example, both supports very often hitting level 6 pre-10 minutes before the tomes even come out, giving a lot of precedence to the support heroes just to get them up and running.
Yeah, nobody really looking towards the level 10 talents, and no team's really kind of saving the tomes for any XP talents like we were expecting. That hasn't really been a thing so far.
It's very much just been play as fast as you can.
Yep. Yeah, the laning phase is too critical, I think, is the reason for that. Like, if you know, if you can hit level 6 within the laning phase on the support, then you're going to find some kills and you're going to make some action happen across the map. So one would guess that is the most common reason. But when you're ahead, I still think it could be something we see a little bit more of in the future.
Afterlife sitting about 550 gold away from the Helm of the Dominator now. It doesn't look like anyone on the Radiant side. Oh yeah, we do have the Midas being picked up by mid one, so at least they'll have a way to deal with it, but not consistent, of course, if you're going to be using it off cooldown every time.
I love that Nisha went for the power treads into Ogre Axe just straight up. Just give him that extra health so you can just run in and just blast down these creep waves as quickly as possible without taking too much damage from the Ion Shells. But Gambit, yeah, gathering up. We're looking for something, hasting in, but no, the Impel comes out from Puppey and he will guard his bounty rune absolutely perfectly. 2 apiece for the bounty. In the mid lane, mid one just farming up. Having a gay old time. Going for that Midas. He's going to be there shortly.
FNG has already been pretty deep into that bottom part of the map. Maybe it was immersion, but there's definitely 2 very nice observables watching for that farming pattern of the Sven, who does like to shove out bottom wave and maybe dip back in to get a couple of camps. Speaking of immersion, yet again, dies in the mid lane, still trying to get level 6.
Yeah, rest in peace, immersion. It's been a rough game so far. FNG's been taking all the glory in this one. Meanwhile, God Strength popped by Nisha with the Pangolier rolling in as well. Won't be able to close the gap onto Afterlife, though, as he has got that surge ticking through. YapzOr not quite in position in time to stop any of that going down, so just a cheeky escape.
YapzOr sitting pretty, though, 2,100 net worth. Soul Ring Tranquil Boots already up, and immediately queuing into that Blink Dagger as quickly as he possibly can. I need to get that jump capability onto heroes like Troll, SF especially. As the Troll solo pushes the top tower, doesn't get the killing blow, but the catapult will take it for him.
He's a nice guy, wanted to give the gold to his team. Meanwhile, a disruption comes out in the bottom lane. Impale does miss, though. YapzOr making his way north, but there's more heroes coming. They've got the Iron Shell stacking up on him as well. YapzOr, it's an end to his story.
He just wanted a creep. He just wanted to try and kill the range creep. Yeah. Any of them. Get something on his way out. No silver lining to that death, unfortunately.
Sent to the grave without a penny to his name.
Nisha's Sven keeping tabs on that Troll Warlord's farm. Now halfway towards Blink on top of the Echo Saber as well. Definitely feel Secret starting to kind of weasel themselves back into this game after... It's not a disastrous laning phase, but it definitely wasn't a good one. They've got some real good comeback heroes. Able to farm jungle, shove out these waves, defend their towers. Especially this mid one. We know how important that mid-tier one is.
Ooh, immersion positioned really, really nicely there to make sure he grabs that courier. Does manage to get the spike carapace off. Probably still going down here, but this death most definitely worth it, as he will go down with pride. Immersion, though, he's died a lot this game.
Yeah, a couple of the deaths maybe unnecessary. That one, like you said, absolutely worth it. Picks off the courier. Make sure that everything slows down for Team Secret.
Goodness, Dahaka's finished his defusal. 12 minutes and 37 seconds into the game, and he is rocking around with the defusal, level 10 talent, plus 250 HP. He's going to be looking to fight soon.
Secret just need to safeguard this jungle. You can see Yapsor, you know, walking kind of blind up onto that high ground. FNG has the perfect vision over them, and with the Darkseer, SD both here, they are in a 2 versus 4 potential scenario as Zai's arrival will look to chase down the DS. Tiny goes for the Shadow Demon, but FNG's there with a disruption, saves his own life, and away he goes to the grave. But the Swashbuckle does manage to take him out.
Shrine up, boys, hit the showers and get back to work. That is going to be the game plan. Immersion still looking for something here, but there's no real low heroes. And actually with that sentry down, Immersion needs to be careful. They've got to get the Hex off. They got a stun as well. Puppy's got no more sentries in his pockets. So that is going to be an easy escape for Immersion this time around. A rare chance for him to survive a gank.
Still difficult for Gambit to pressure mid-tower. Even with that bottom tier 1 falling very early on, they haven't made that transition through the Radiant jungle. And in part, it has to do with these sentries from Puppy. You know, he's dewarded a couple of Observer wards. He's cleared out the jungle of any vision that Gambit had. So no longer can Gambit play down in the bottom half of the map freely. They do have to really look for that brute force on the tier 1. Maybe just try and push out that top lane into the triple camp top shrine of the Radiant side instead.
So Alpha is going for the Yules rather than the Greaves. In a game where you've got a Shadow Demon on your team, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I mean, yeah, it allows you to spam out a bunch of spells, but I feel like its usage is kind of limited in this match.
They've got the Darkseer to go Greaves anyway, so the Shadow Fiend could go for more of this flashy spellcaster style, as Puppy likely will just get caught here. Throws the Hex the way of Immersion, but Dahak's arrival with a disruption creates a bit of space for Zai to roll in with the shield crash. Bouncing around, looking for Alpho, but he's hit the edge of the ramp, and he's looking a little bit stuck here. Will Swashbuckle back to the tier 1 mid.
That was all deliberate. Zai knows what's up.
But yeah, Shadow Fiend here, Yule Scepter, you know, you can dodge away from Sven's stun, try and dodge the Tiny combo, dispel things like Flux and all that good stuff. And also, of course, you've got the setup potential for those kills with that Requiem of Souls.
Oh dear, Immersion under the sentry ward again, getting jumped one here, but just running himself away. There's going to be a Spark Wraith coming out. Has he got that Spike Carapace? Not for another 15 seconds, so he will just get taken down by the Flux. Mid one credited for the kill onto Immersion.
Down bottom, Arfo. He's been found by Nisha, who has been holding the Stormhammer. Raindrops are there, but Arfo's hit by the Echo Saber, slowed and cleared up. That is a solo kill by Nisha.
Costly.
You died well enough. And a toss forward.
In. They're going for more. FNG being taken down pretty quickly. They've got the Avalanche just to hold him still for the time being. Nisha throws in the stun and will take the kill onto FNG, taking his place on the top of their net worth chart now as mid one gets to work on this middle tier 1 tower.
10 seconds remaining on that ward down by the bottom dire tier 2. It's about to expire now, but that gave them the vision to toss forward. Puppy placed that absolutely yonks ago. Finally, they get some value out of it. Mid lane tower defense, the classic, the standoff around that mid river.
Yeah, I've been seeing this a hell of a lot in this tournament, actually. Everybody's really kind of protecting their middle 1 towers at all costs, pretty much. It's what it's all about. And Immersion and Afterlife will finally say goodbye. You've done a brilliant job, middle tier 1 tower. We'll now put you out of service.
Yeah, those mid tier 1s defend so much.
The towers go to heaven.
Is there a tower heaven? Do Dire towers go to hell and Radiant towers go to heaven?
Are Dire fundamentally bad?
Yes.
Yeah? Are Radiant fundamentally good?
Yes.
Or is that just perspective we're put on as the viewer because that kind of reflects the biases we have in our
green good,
lives?
red bad.
Okay, all right, yeah. They go to hell then. Screw them. Gonna suffer forever in whatever towers suffer. I don't know.
But yeah, the mid-tier ones, you know, it's not just the creep camps, it's the fact that it controls potentially Roshan, the runes, access points into the enemy jungle, sometimes more so than your own jungle, as those TP responses can always come out. And it's a nice little smoke point as well to traverse the rest of the map.
I mean, we know that the Ancients give life to things because they make the creeps, right? So surely towers are life as well because they're created by the Ancients. So really they do have souls and they do die.
Are towers alive, though? Are they sentient beings? Or are they automatons?
Good point, good point.
Exactly.
Oh, there's faces in there. It's made from humans. That's fucked up.
What? They're stone faces. Someone carved them. It's not like Game of Thrones.
Oh,
it's not the wall of the many-faced god.
My bad. Anyway, Puppy farming up his middle lane, looking for his level 6. That's actually have it, looking for his level 10 Talon, is what I actually meant to say. Meanwhile, Arcwarden just trying to defend this bottom tower. Dahak trying to go fishing for a hero, but Mid1's clone is just being way too elusive right now, and it's about to run out as well, so they will not get anything for this one. Oh, you get some minus on Mr. Tomato Man.
That's pretty important.
Yeah.
Immersion, yet again, getting potentially caught. Very deep behind enemy lines. Puppey has a sentry. Oh, he caught a glimpse of him, but he's already escaped. Off to the southeast, another sentry down, but they still can't grab that Nyx Assassin, slipping away from them.
The Great Escape does manage to make it out. Zai, meanwhile, in this middle lane, he's heading towards level 12 at a very slow rate, also looking for those Greaves. He's suffered a bit this game, poor Zai.
Yeah, it's been a rough one. A couple of deaths up top, thanks to that FNG Shadow Demon. But he's got his key items now. Pango has the Javelin, the Arcane's Mech. You know, it's a little bit sad here that they don't have the blink on Yapso yet. It would be ideal timing for them to make this smoke play, but they've got Nisha's BKB, so that is the pivotal item that they have been waiting for. He's delayed the blink a little bit just to try and get that BKB to secure this next team fight.
Yeah, we've got the Tinies. They're hoping they don't need the blink, but immediate TP's out from Gambit. They're not looking to fight this one. The Avalanche actually used, but he gets himself away. The TP completes, and Gambit will be left wanting.
Still so much space for Gambit.
Yeah, they force Secret around the map. And even farming up some hard camps here as well, so not even scared enough of their Darks here to really full retreat.
Yeah, he's got Arcane's Mech, not a fear in the world.
Nope. Now approaching up to this 20-minute mark. Secret, I feel like they're in a pretty good position, you know. I feel like Gambit are ahead, but the items they're building on the Shadow Fiend and the items they're building on the Troll Warlord suggest that they need to start fighting now.
Yeah. It is their time.
If they don't, then Secret are just going to be ahead. They are going to feel stronger soon.
Especially with this Arc Warden, who has been defending towers, pushing back waves.
Blink Yules on the Shadow Fiend. We have BKB Diffusal on the Troll Warlord. Gambit, let's go. Get it together, guys. It is go time. Grab up the boys, crack open a cold one, and just go and try and visit Secret's party.
Yeah, 20-minute bounty runes first. Grab out the bounty runes, and then you want a fight to pivot into Roshan. That's the ideal situation for Gambit. There's a couple of pickoffs. And go straight into the pit. Team Secret, where's Tiny? Yeah, still 500 gold away from that Blink Dagger.
Yeah, it does look like Gambit showing a bit more aggression now. Comes the disarm onto the Darkseer. He's got himself a little wolf, but they'll have to back themselves away, or is it all a bait? They're looking at Zai a little bit here, throwing some spells at him. The vacuum comes back at the Impel, not in time. Does still stun up the Pangolier, though. He's now in a bit of trouble, but does manage to get the Rolling Thunder off, rolling down onto that under the ground. Are they going to get him down? Yes, they can. Immersion just completely locked down. This is a BKB from Dahak, but he's just full-on retreat. This is not how Gambit wanted to take this fight, but they just have to full-on go into reverse gear. Zai still chasing. FNG turns around to throw in this disruption, but all this is just giving more and more time for Secret to gather in heroes, and now FNG gives his life for the cause. He says he's going to take him for a ride and buys them a little bit more time, but they're still chasing forwards, but no one else to find now after life is well and truly out. And again, you know, it's just going to be a very half-hearted attempt at some kind of making something happen for Gambit.
Yeah, first BKB usage of the Troll there, not netting them anything. Not a kill, not a tower, not an objective. They lose 2 heroes in the process as well. And while that was all happening, it looked like Mid1...
Uh-oh, Puppey. That's not the steps you want to walk up to, but in comes the Pangolier. And again, they're just not willing to commit to these kills, especially not with this BKB available on the Sven right now, on the Troll Warlord right now. Immersion gets finished off.
These 2 Gambit supports are getting really poor right now. You look at the Nyx Assassin's items, Tranquil's Wand, Bracer. He's held 1 charge of infused raindrops to try and build into Urn in the coming minutes. But things have most certainly slowed down for those 2 supports, while they're giving a lot of emphasis to the cause in terms of their farm priority.
Yeah.
200 now for Tiny's Blink.
Gambit, you have to make something happen in the next 5 minutes.
Mid1 is just free farming.
He is.
11,000 net worth. Midas is kicking in. He's got Boots of Travel and Maelstrom to be able to split push that map heavily.
I feel like this draft from Secret basically just challenged Gambit and said, we know you're not going to come and fight us before we come online, so we're just going to pick super greedy, and you're not going to do anything. Zai didn't really have a lane. They were never planning on for Zai to be this tempo controller hero this game. They felt like they didn't even need one.
Zai has come back spectacularly, though. Even if he is 2,000 net worth behind the Darkseer, the items he has are the items he needs at this point in the game. It's all tying in together.
don't know if I'd phrase it as a spectacular comeback, but he's certainly having a huge game impact from the position he's with.
From dying 2 times very early on to the Shadow Demon, like level 1 Shadow Demon, is pretty disastrous. I guess he did get a few minutes kind of face-to-face time with just the Troll Warlord while FNG was roaming around a bit.
But still, Secret in a really good position right now. Only 1k gold advantage, but a whole lot more at risk for Gambit unless they start to make something happen. Immersion and Afterlife, they're going scouting. They're seeing what's around. Look at that gold swing. I mean, it's not much gold, you know, 3,000 is the max we've had right now. But it's just coming right back again. That definitely favors Team Secret as the Hack trying to take down this clone at the very least. Can they at least gank a clone? Yes, they can. And this is going to be Immersion taking the gold as well. Getting that cash money, but meanwhile, down behind, this is a Shadow Demon again, jumped upon, and the stick comes in from Yapzor and smacks him down. Now the Stormharper going to connect onto the Darks here as well. Gambit, they look like they've just they just not do anything. They just say, oh, all right, well, they killed FNG, we're out.
Is Darks here out though?
I don't know about that one. He's still being chased here pretty heavily. The Stormhammer's going to put an end to his life as well. Now they've actually got on the backlines onto the Tomato as well. So there's going to be both him and his Helm of the Dominator creep scooped up. A very nice ward there.
So laning stage, super good for Gambit. Their item timings, you know, tying in really nicely with each other. And then they've just kind of lost track of this game. That bottom dive onto the tier 2 where they tried to hunt a couple of secret heroes. The Pangolier was their main target. Losing that momentum has been of massive detriment here to this dire side, as Gambit really do have to step it up now and force a team fight. They need to go and fight into this Roche if Team Secret are committing for it, which it looks like they won't. Mid one backs out of the pit.
All right, Darkseer come back alive in 5 seconds. This is going to be it, Gareth. I'm telling you, this is the part where Gambit, they go and take a fight. They take this game back into their hands. Because right now, Secret are making the calls for both teams. They're just completely controlling what's going on in this map.
Well, Secret have their mid tier 1, Gambit don't.
This is it. Gambit smoked up, looking for something, baiting with the Hack in the middle lane. Yapzor throwing in the Avalanche, throwing in the toss. In comes the Spike Carapace, in comes the Impale as well. They are going to get on top of this Tiny, but immediately the bubble comes out to try and give him that invasion. A nice vacuum into the wall here. Do they have enough though? BKB pop from Alpha as they try and take him out for the front lines, but mid one, no, he's not going to get out. The Raze will catch him. Nisha on the run as well. He's got that BKB ticking down. Gambit might be able to catch him if they keep on following, but they want to back themselves away for now. They've got themselves a puppy perhaps. He's hanging out in the trees. The Hack's on top. He gets a net as well. That doesn't feel too good for old Pupster as he gets chased down by Dahak. Meanwhile, Afo finishes off Yapzor on the backside of the fight with Immersion. Nisha thinking of coming in, but realizing that this one is most definitely lost. Hello. They've arranged a meeting with a scaly beast in the middle of the map.
That was a little bit awkward from both teams, honestly. Like, Gambit fighting there into a tier 1 is very risky. Knowing that Secret could either A, have teammates set up behind that Arc Warden, or have TPs coming in to defend him. Unluckily, though, for Team Secret, it is a 5-man rotation from Gambit, and Zai didn't have TP ready. It was 10 seconds on cooldown, and he was stuck on that top lane, so he had a long walk towards mid, and by then, the fight was already all but over.
Nice, though. Gambit, they see this usage by the Pangolier. They know the Rolling Thunder is down, and now they want to take a bite. They're going to meet Nisha because they have the damage to bring him down. Do they have the initiation to bring him down? He actually throws in a Stormhammer, and now Zai throwing him with the damage as well. FNG gets the banishment onto the Pangolier, but it doesn't really matter because Nisha's already taken him down. God's strength of BKB used, but they just completely diffuse the situation. But FNG, he's going to buy back into this one.
That's God's strength BKB down now, though, for the Sven. FNG buys back immediately, knowing that Darkseer has Vacuum Wall up in 10 seconds. So their teamfight combo is ready and raring to go around this Roche Pit fight, potentially. While, like you said, Rolling Thunder went on cooldown, as well as the Sven's abilities and items. So Team Secret probably just going to relax a little bit with the Sven, try and posture a little bit more with Zai, mid one, and Yapzor up towards the front of this mid lane, and just defend their tier 1 area as much as they possibly can around that Roche Pit.
That will be the plan. 3k gold advantages, all that's it for a Secret now, but...
Gambit are forced to play as 5 at this point. They've got the 5-man gank the clones, or they've got the 5-man look for a team fight somewhere. They cannot be alone, because I believe mid one can probably solo kill, or at least force any of the Gambit heroes out of lanes or to TP back to base.
It's a very nice kill on the clone, though. Arc Warden just giving away a lot of gold like that. Secret's still very, very nervous about this Roshan. Keep the Pangolier stationed. He's a guard right now. Zai is he's a beef eater.
Mobile Observer Ward. Nearly got his blink dagger on Zai. 600 off it.
Sven just finished off an AC.
Oh. And what's mid one got? 900 off his BKB. Again, the second round of items for Team Secret, all coinciding very nicely as they kill the poor Hellbear.
So I'll take that.
This is kind of the reason we don't see Helm that much on Darkseer anymore. The past few games, we've seen very much the Arcane's mech rush, leave the Helm out of the build due to these Hands of Midas and the ways to kill off that poor little Helm
Going
creep.
for Nisha though. Nisha could be in some trouble. He's got the BKB. Should he want to pop it? Might have to. Does do so as the wall has already been dropped on him. They're trying to chase him down. Nisha on the road. He's got the God Strength if he needs to turn here. Foe is coming down on the backside. He actually manages to get the blink out. Gambit still chasing forwards. They actually go to the Sven here, but he gets stunned up immediately. Afo pops on the BKB. Have they got on for a click damage to take him down? They certainly do not. And Puppey will die as well as Gambit just looking to kind of retreat here with these surges. And a couple of iron shells being put down.
That's such a heart-in-mouth moment for Afo. If he dies there, that's fight over and advantage Secret. Very fortunately had the BKB and then the fallback of the Greaves from the Darkseer to keep him topped up decently enough.
Yeah, really, really close to him dying there. Just getting a little bit too carried away trying to find that kill. It can happen. You know, they're getting very frustrated at this stage of the game. They know they need to be going for these aggressive moves. They know they need to be putting the pressure on Team Secret, but every time they try, Secret just seems to be one step ahead of them. And it's getting to the stage where this could turn to desperation, then it turns to mistakes, and Secret are a team which will punish you for making any mistake, no matter how small.
Yeah, and they've got such great ways of doing it. YapzOr, nearly with the Echo Saber, is going to add another layer of that kind of solo kill potential from the support position of Team Secret. If he blink Avalanche tosses, you know, Nyx Assassin, Shadow Demon, even the Troll to a large extent, pre-BKB, there's a lot of trouble there for Gambit to deal with.
Yep.
You can see this Troll heading straight into Satanic after that BKB as well. Knows he needs to tank up and give that fight a little bit of a swing with his item decision.
Merchant on the run in the middle lane. Just scared of this clone. Just doesn't want to take an accidental death to mid one. Although Puppey comes in, but he does manage to get the Spike Carapace off just about in time as YapzOr does the damage, but the disruption comes through to keep him alive. And now they're up on the cliff. Two heroes aren't going to be having any effect in this fight, but Avo will just blow up Zion Puppey on the backlines. FNG has dropped. Mid one trying to TP himself out, should be successful in doing so, but YapzOr is on the cliff. What a vacuum to set up this fight, and YapzOr will slowly and surely and agonizingly be killed by Gambit. A great fight for them.
Yeah, unfortunately for YapzOr and Nisha, they both blinked at the same time. Sven got tossed in the air, didn't manage to combo perfectly. And then that three-man vacuum, two of them get caught up on the cliff, making sure that it was a massively disjointed team fight. As Secret, they are prepped top bounty room for a two-man stun. They've got the Hex and the control from the Lion, but lacking in damage. So Nyx and Darkseer will just waltz on by.
And all the time, mid one's just farming away with illusions, getting this money, rolling in. He, of course, has that Midas as Puppey just scouting out. Very confident just to stun people up whenever he sees them, pretty much, because he's just not afraid. Like, he's absolutely not afraid when he's on his side of the map. He knows that his team will be there for him. Gambit, though, probably just planning their next move, honestly. All they need to do is just wait and decide when they want to go and attack onto the secret side of the map. But they can't wait forever. Meanwhile, Roshan still hasn't actually been done this game, which is kind of crazy when you've got a troll on your team.
I was just about to say, Roshan's there. He's regened back up. He's like, okay. Well, as bad men came in, they went out, they came back in again.
Yeah, really good game for Roshan. Hasn't been killed.
I don't know, I think I'd rather die than be poked and prodded for several hours.
True, true.
YapzOr being caught, but with a backup of the rest of his squad. Straight behind him, no real way there for Gambit to fully take him down. Gambit with a slight net worth lead now. Troll incredibly strong at this point.
Yeah, with no BKB, they're just into Roshan, though. Is there anything Gambit can do about this? Spark Race being super annoying. Roshan is dropping low. They need to make a move. They need to make it now.
SF needs to come in. They need a back.
Vacuum comes in. Zai rolling around the fight, but in the backlines they take it down. Immersion immediately. Afo going for the big ulti in the middle of everybody. Doesn't get a kill. Meanwhile, Roshan is still being taken down by mid one. Nisha trying to get into the pit as well. They might be able to bring it down. They do. The Aegis goes down, and it goes mid one. Meanwhile, mid one trying to go for the TP out. Does not make it. Aegis popped, and now he's stuck inside the pit with no way out. Nisha killed off, and now mid one looking to follow the same fate as well as the Hack will grab yet another kill. They're looking for up the hill for more. YapzOr gets used up into the air. Well, Dag down. Alpha with the Shiva just keeping him still, and Dahak gets another one into his pocket. That is going to be 3 dead on the side of Secret. They take the Roche, they steal the Aegis away, but they do die twice with it and lose so many heroes.
These wall illusions, like honestly, the wall illusions MVPs in that team fight. The Requiem did very little in terms of damage because of the double BKBs on Team Secret, but they had that reinitiation possibility thanks to the Darkseer illusions, thanks to the Greaves on the DS and the pipe that he's managed to pick up as well. Afterlife keeps them all nicely sustained, while Team Secret, even with Aegis, after their BKBs, they don't have that continuation of this team fight. Once they pop God Strength and once that's expired, once they pop BKBs and they've expired, they don't have much left in the tank, honestly, and they're going to lose Zai here under their own tier 3.
This is getting from bad to worse for Team Secret. They might be losing base right now, and actually, I'm not sure Gambit need to back out from this. Puppey stunned up, in comes Zai flying through onto the backlines, but they just annihilate Puppey. Zai trying to fight up here, but he needs to just kind of be really careful with where he ends up in this Rolling Thunder. He gets stunned up, he could be in some trouble. He's gonna haste themselves away. Greaves come out as well. They don't want to stick around and try and take these barracks versus mid one's bubbles. It's just too annoying. They don't have MKBs, and even if they did, it's just really, really hard.
And this Shadow Fiend, not only is he incredibly tanky with this build, the BKB Shiva's Guard, but he's got maneuverability through the Yules and the Blink, able to save himself, dispel off some of the nasty spells like Flux that Team Secret throw his way, blink away to safety. He's got an E-Blade queued up and very nearly completed, so he's going to be blowing up this Lion absolutely immediately. Yeah. Especially with that plus 150 Shadow Raise damage talent. Ooh. A quick E-Blade and a couple of taps of the Razors. Puppey is a goner.
To be honest, they find the clone up in the top lane, trying to bring it down. Mid one's clone out, have to run through the trees here. Gambit still want to chase it, and Afo actually comes out on top with the Shiva's Guard and will be able to take that gold for himself. 300 going to Afo.
I want to see how many tomes Afo has been able to pick up. 34 minutes in, it feels like he's had 2 of them at the very least, because he has raced his way up to level 25, hasn't he? Also, I just realized I've got Afo muted.
Pretty quickly.
I want to see his chat lines. I'll give him the unmute. There you go, buddy.
How does MKB work against buildings again? It doesn't work even if
no.
it's Arc Warden's bubble, giving them the evasion.
It shouldn't.
Okay.
Lacoste, nod or shake your head. Does MKB work against buildings at all? No. There we go. I was right. I should have trusted my gut.
You should have. You should have.
Lacoste is here. I just want to make sure, you know. Papa Lacoste. Here we go again. Gambit round 2 up on the high ground. Onto the melee barracks in that mid lane. Team Secret, they've got to make a move.
Even Scriff helping us out as well.
Oh, is he shaking his head?
They're going in deep here. They're trying to bring him down. FNG on the run, but he's just going to get cleaved up by Nisha. The kill comes in. Alpha does get that ultimate off, now trying to turn it around, throwing in some raises, but Zai disrupting on the backlines. The finger comes out. The vacuum is in with the wall, but it's not enough damage. Now, am I able to take down Secret? Maybe they're going to feud, but I mean, Alpha and Immersion are already dead. Yapsor will fall, but Dahak now needs to get himself out of this fight. But now goes the Satanic. He wants to fight up into Zai. He knows there is no Sven. There's a big threat gone. Zai also really low and has to back himself away as I'll kill off the illusion, just make sure the Pangolier lives. So, I mean, it's a 2-for-2 trade, and all in all, that's pretty good for Secret.
Yeah, they all in on the Shadow Fiend. They get 2,000 gold out of that fight as well, with a buyback on FNG, not really accomplishing too much as he couldn't close the gap towards that mid lane. It's just such a long walk from the shrines. Secret, yeah, all in on the Shadow Fiend, made sure that Dahak is kind of isolated there. The damage is lacking. You need both of your cores alive here as Gambit to actually fulfill and execute what you need to do around these pushes up onto the barracks. SF brings all the magic, Troll brings all the physical, and if you lose one of them, you potentially have this situation where BKBs or the Warcry or the Greaves negate the majority of what you bring to the table.
Well, the game goes on, and Team Secret's chances get better. Do we have a win percentage? What does Gaben think? 28%. So really favoring Team Gambit right now. Yeah. Yeah, 28% for Secret. So they still believes Gambit's in the lead. They doesn't believe in the Sven Arc Warden late game apparently. Believes in the Troll Warlord and the Shadow Fiend.
And believe in the Darkseer. I mean, as these BKBs start to wear down, already Nisha down to 5 seconds, Arc Warden 8 seconds. So mid one has been able to keep his itchy trigger finger off of that BKB button. He's got plenty of duration left in the tank, but Nisha definitely has got to be worried about the vacuum wall Nyx stun combinations if he does get forced to pop that BKB early on.
Both BKBs on Gambit down to 5 seconds as well, so...
That's true.
Just really been a long fighting game. A lot of battles been taken across this map. Most of them with very few kills, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just like BKB runaway, BKB TP.
Yeah, Mid-One's always managed to find a way out of each of these fights.
And he is being the proverbial pain in the backside. Bottom lane has to be addressed by Gambit, or they just straight up lose that tier 2. Nobody's TPing down to it. Will the tower die? Oh, the creep waves arrived. The bodyguards just in time.
Oh, and the pings come out as well. Is
Lion, Puppy's pinging it, saying, hey, look,
yeah.
Our creep buddies very nearly did it.
Nisha, he wants it. He wants a tower.
He wants Ancients more.
Apparently so.
Now, they've got Arc Warden to TP down there with a clone, of course.
I feel like he was going for it, and then Mid-One was like, no, 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 let me take this, Nisha.
Mine.
Don't risk your life. Risk my clone.
Yeah, Nisha just trying to find any semblance of farm he can, pushing all the way to the dire side of the map to clear out some jungle camps. I don't know if he can kill Darkseer here.
Well, doesn't matter because the clone dies anyway.
Mid-One should have another one coming up. Yeah, 5 seconds until he has another one.
What? So he's got boosted travel and Greaves.
He hid it as well. So Darkseer dropped the bots and showed himself bot lane, saying to Secret basically, hey, I have TP'd back home with my TP scroll, but very sneakily has boots of travel. So he can return to this mid lane to fight, and Team Secret, they might force something, knowing that Darkseer can't be here, but he can. They move with the Finger of Death, trying to catch the troll, and in comes Nisha, blowing up Immersion. Nyx Assassin disrupted up as FNG from the high ground. Now the back wall comes through. The Rolling Thunder's good into the Shadow Fiend, but he's still got the BKB to pop as Troll re-initiates onto that Nisha Sven. Down he goes for 94 seconds, and Afo trying to blow up Zai, blinks on top of him with a razors thrown in, very nearly clears him up, but Secret, they do disengage.
Oh, that was so smart from Gambit, and I'm actually really annoyed for them that it didn't work out better. They get the kill onto Nisha though, which is absolutely key. I mean, it could possibly give them win condition if they decide to buy back, but I'm not sure they're going to. Everyone with his illusion just popping that BKB and pounding into the troll wall. Actually, they're going to have to try and find a way out of this for Dahak here, but yeah, there's no real commitment from Secret.
A little bit sloppy on these vacuum impales though. You know, from the upper echelons, from the tier 1 teams, we see very consistent vacuum into 3-4 man impales from the Nyx Assassin. Immersion seems to be having maybe a little bit of an off game here on this Nyx.
Yeah, it's been a little bit bumpy from start to finish, but
okay, yeah. Darkseer's like, screw you, Immersion, I've got a Centaur now. Friendship with Nyx Assassin ended.
yeah, I've got something better. Now they do throw in that vacuum, keeping YapzOr controlled up for the time being, and YapzOr is going to drop. Now holding the line still as well, and this is going to be Puppy falling as well. I mean, he's Puppy?
Yeah, he's
there we
dead,
go,
he's dead.
Axes.
They do have 3 buybacks. Sven alive in 20 seconds naturally would want to hold on for as long as he can, so they double buyback around him to make sure that can happen.
Yeah. Afo was up on the high ground, but those buybacks will certainly scare him away. He's just trying to see what he can get out of them. Not even hitting buildings when he was doing that. He was just saying, I'm going to hit your buildings if you don't buy back.
Reasonably long Roche respawn, which again favors Team Secret here. Gambit would love to have that second Roche to really force this game to a close. They've got to wait another couple of minutes for it though.
We got Battle Trance Strong Dispels, so wants to be able to wake up from these stuns, get rid of this disarm. Although you can purge off disarm, can't you? 40% cooldown on the Shadow Fiend. Meanwhile, down at bottom, the Avalanche Toss comes out, and that is a very, very dead Darkseer. Secret find themselves a kill. It feels like it's been a while, but Secret finally do draw some blood on the side of Gambit. They can bleed, therefore they can die.
And it's also a good kill, a good place to get that kill, right? Bottom lane, just in case Roshan has respawned. Nisha, he's stuck in here, 1 versus 4, 1 versus 5 even. And that's him dead yet again.
Yeah, he jumped in to try and save Mid-One there. Did do so successfully, but he gives his own life for the cause. I mean, I guess Mid-One is truly the carry in this game, but still, it feels very costly to throw that in.
Mid-One, the one true carry. Mjolnir, Hurricane Pike, Daedalus.
Yeah, dude's got damage.
Moving into that Butterfly now. As Nisha looks to finish off the Bloodthorn. On top of that Crystallis he's already purchased. But you can see Gambit's position now. They're on this plateau area. It allows you to pivot from that ward spot into the top lane, into the mid lane. You play the double wave. You can just clear out the waves as quickly as possible, and you create pressure on multiple lanes at the same time. And it's a nice little ward spot, of course, to try and control around that next Roshan.
Yep, and you defend the secret shop, and of course, yeah, distance to Roshan. It's definitely the best place in the map to hold if you are Dire. So...
Oh, you've missed the troll.
For what?
They smoked up as 3. Dahak walked in there as if he wanted to be smoked, and he's like, nah, I'm going to push out top wave. Yeah. You didn't want me anyway.
I didn't want it anyway.
Secret also smoking, moving out of their base. This is aggressive.
Certainly is. Puppy leading the charge right now, as he always does. I mean, it's really good for these 5 positions with AoE stun to do this because A, you stand a chance, best chance of getting off the stun immediately, and B, that no one wants to jump on you. If they see...
Dahak.
He's coming in behind. They don't make eyes with each other. He actually gets away, and immediate Hex comes out. My goodness, immersion. He is just absolutely destroyed.
Well, rather him than Dahak, honestly.
Yeah, true.
Even if it would have just been, you know, a BKB forced or battle trance used, this allows Gambit potentially to wander into Roshan and take it.
They're very literally just kind of casually sauntering in here. And Roshan is not looked to be lasting a very long time here. Secret, they've got nobody near the pit as it stands. They're going to need to get over here pretty damn quickly because these further stacks adding up really, really fast here. This is just a free Rosh. Tag's going to grab it. There you go. Aegis, Cheese, all claimed. With one's illusion, taking a couple of hits here, and with the triple raise, Afo Ninja will be able to take it.
Easy clap. 300 gold. Thank you very much. What does he even...
God of his life.
What does he even go for next? Shadow Fiend is very quickly becoming stacked. Like, I guess you can sell you... Oh, yeah, Aghanim Scepter.
Aghanim Scepter with a synth, maybe.
Yeah, that's very true.
Can make yourself an extra slot eventually.
I was wondering about, you know, Scythe of Vice, Dagon, combo up with the E-Blade potentially with a bit more damage, or have the Scythe against the BKBs of Arc Warden and Sven.
The synth is really expensive, though. It's like 2,200 gold for the recipe, so...
Yeah.
I don't know if it's synth or consumable, or I don't know what you call it.
Oh, no, say Hex against BKB, as in pre-BKB. If you get the Hex off first, you can shut down these heroes very quickly.
Yeah, 2,000 gold on that. I mean, that's a huge investment for literally just losing stats, right?
Give me item slots. That's what matters most. Slot redundancy is a real thing.
For sure. But as is not having, dying too easily and wasting your money. So I'm sure it'll be a while before we see that.
Mid one just gonna pop his BKB on the clone.
Yeah, I mean, why not? He's just here to push out lanes. These clone's not gonna be doing much recently. Pushing out lanes is much more valuable than anything else to Team Secret right now as they try to go for the quick kill onto it, but won't be able to do so as the timer did just tick away.
Why is that Centaur following Afo? It blocked him in the trees there for a couple of seconds. I was getting a little bit spooked.
They're just BS, you know?
Darkseer's like, yo, dude, he's following
deny it. just deny
it.
No,
do not deny it. Leave the poor lad alone.
I mean, I would, but...
There's a Scythe of Vice. Arc Warden grabs one up, it looks like. Is that on the courier coming in now? It is. He's got a Demon Edge. So is the Demon Edge for a Rapier later on?
I mean,
because he already has
kind of crap on this hero, but I guess if you just want to do the damage from the main dude.
There's no Butterfly or anything on the Dire team. Any natural evasion? Whirling Axes? Sure. I don't feel like that's a massive problem for Arc Warden.
No, he hasn't even gone for the talent either, so... I mean, if Troll has got Whirling Axes on you on the melee form, then you're probably dead anyway.
Yeah, you're in bother.
Your MVP is not going to be much help.
Secret, of course, doing an exceptional job defending their base. I still can't believe this mid-ranks is still standing after how many attempts Gambit have had on it.
Yeah, it's quite something, but...
Here we go, round 372. Gambit pushing high ground against Team Secret.
Can they do it this time?
Spark rays are everywhere.
Statistics say no. Trying to vacuum someone down.
Vacuum says no.
Yeah, there's a costly miss.
Secret could feasibly make the jump here. Not now, Stormhammer's down. Look at that, just a quick Scythe of Ice and Shadow Fiend. Not too happy with the way things are going.
FNG can't tag that. FNG, get back, Jesus. There's not somebody in here. Who they got is the Shadow Fiend goes for the ulti, cooks up a big one, just trying to
Troll's nearly
defend
dead.
the troll. Will not happen. Dahak taken down inside the base as the Aghanim Spangolier finds another kill. FNG brought down. They've even got the Shadow Fiend. The finger comes out. He's going to be coming back to life, but there is no helping him right now. They're keeping the Darkseer locked down in the backlines whilst they can deal with the Shadow Fiend all by themselves. He does get the back. He does get the wall, but it means absolutely nothing. Afo is going to fall. Darkseer surely going to follow in the same footsteps. Darkseer eliminated. 4 heroes dead on the side of Gambit, and Team Secret feeling very good about themselves right now.
That's the power of Scythe Device versus BKBs. You have that real sense of security, of strength when you have BKBs. The troll is there ready to push the button, but the toss back into the Scythe of Vice instantly. Very reminiscent of the old Venge swap into Lion Hex, right? Now you've got multiple Hexes, Lion and the Arc Warden both having them versus Shadow Fiend and Troll. Gambit completely caught off guard by it. Dahak just died within the duration of that Scythe.
He did, yeah, he absolutely did. That was incredibly brutal. He didn't get a chance to press any buttons.
And now Team Secret win the game. They have no Darkseer for 82 seconds. His buy
They'll do some damage, that is for sure.
Cooldown for a minute. This bottom lane of Barracks is probably just going to drop.
Absolutely, and I think they'll probably take mid as well. Top, not so likely. Tier 4's probably not, but I can't really see Secret backing out anymore.
50 seconds on Darkseer buyback. I mean, Secret very likely have that timed, and they'll feel very comfortable just keeping on going until that buyback does come off cooldown. Yeah, just look at the Shadow Fiend for a second.
Yeah, sure has booted travel level 2 over the Aghanims.
Yeah, when he had that Aegis, right?
Yeah.
He was kind of slot-starved, bought the bots 2 recipe just to make sure he spent some of his money at the very least. But that's 2 full lanes of Barracks as Team Secret comes straight back into this game. And it's gone from a, 4K lead of Gambit, a 2K lead as they got whittled down, to now a 14,000 net worth lead for Team Secret. Where the bloody hell did that come from? Oh yeah, they killed 2 lanes of Barracks.
That's a lot of deaths there. And that's a lot of buildings. Yeah, that's a lot of green dots on that timeline there. Team Secret with the turnarounds. Their base is impenetrable, and Gambit certainly needed to penetrate in that situation.
I mean, Poppy was talking about how they know how to recover from mistakes. They know what pathways to take when they do make a mistake, if they need to fall back, push forward, play aggressively. And apparently, if you make the mistake of giving Gambit an early game lineup and giving Gambit the mid-tier 3 and the first couple of Roshans, all you have to do is, kill them in your base and then go and take 2 lanes of Rax yourself.
Exactly. That's
easy
simple
solution.
as that. Simple as that. Yeah, defended so well. Gambit. I mean, they don't have a great team for breaking high ground with, really. I think surging in the troll and then trying to get a vacuum wall combo off the back of that is probably your best bet. But didn't really see any of that come out from them. They weren't able to do it. Secret just playing around them too well.
Super tough when Zai has this Aghanim Scepter as well. Forcing BKBs pretty early on, and there's no other great ways to dispel on the Troll or the Shadow Fiend. You don't want to pop Battle Trance to get rid of that lowly disarm. You don't want to Yules and BKB for it. Yeah, there's no Lotus Orbs or anything else.
It's awkward, but it does kind of stop them just jumping on the Troll whilst that disarm is on him. They're not going to try and use that as a timing anymore because of that strong disarm. They just have to accept the fact that he's disarmed. Probably not going to pop his ulti, but at the same time, he's not really much of a target because he will pop the ulti movement you give him a chance.
FNG even has an Ether Lens. Didn't get the chance to disrupt Dahak in the last fight, as that saving potential from disruption is increased by that Ether Lens on the SD. You can feel Gambit's confidence definitely waning now. No longer are they the ones knocking on the door of that ramp on the tier 3 area of that mid lane on the Radiant side. They are hiding, cowering on their side of the river, while mid one shoves out with his clone top, and the rest of the Secret squad smoke up. 5-man maneuver down towards bottom. Afo is alone, potentially exposed here. He does not have buyback either. He's fully completed Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah,
his buyback's on cooldown for 4 minutes as well, so that's pretty irrelevant. I'll stop talking.
52 minutes in, and they're going to find the Shadow Fiend here blowing up very quickly. There's a critical kill, and they will get it in seconds. No chance of a response from Gambit. 120 seconds, no Shadow Fiend, no buyback. This is the opening which Team Secret were looking for, and they find the exact correct target.
So he bought the Ags, he bought the Ags synth recipe, he brought it to himself, but as Secret jumped, he had swapped his BKB from backpack into inventory. It was on cooldown for 3 seconds. If he had it, there's a chance that he survives, gets the teammates to come and rally around him, and they make a fight happen. Not an ideal scenario, but it's just that real unfortunate situation where BKB's in backpack.
Yep. No, only time it was probably in backpack this entire game as well.
Yep.
That's
And he's gone for 1.5 minutes as Team Secret. They are ready to end this game now.
Yeah, this is just taking advantage. Rolling Thunder comes ripping through with that Aghanims on it as well, just firing off in all directions, causing such chaos. Bissell Blade coming out onto the Tiny to hack those, scared to go for any kind of target because Nisha just coming through, doing so much damage. The ultimate spot from the back, but his teammates are dead. Immersion FNG already taken out. They're going to buy back on the next stats and try to get back into that. What a huge vacuum wall. Follow up with the stun. Did they have the damage follow up? No, because mid was just tearing them apart from behind. The hack is going to go down, and now they're going to drop another one as well. And there is your GG being called. That is Secret showing us how it is done. How many times do we have to doubt this team? How many times they have to show up and just completely smash Gambit around? I mean,
that was 48 minutes of Gambit winning, and then 6 minutes of Team Secret ending the game and actually winning.
God,
what a ridiculous turnaround. Great defense of that mid lane.
Absolutely fantastic.
Gambit, they couldn't close it out, Lacoste.
That's the power of our court. You should never underestimate Team Secret. If they're pushed against the wall, they will play better. Like, you can see their position 4 Tiny doing God's work, tossing one of the targets. The way the fight starts, Arc Warden uses his